There is a very famous saying, a smooth sea never made a skilled sailor. To support this statement, there is a ship which always gets egged, and there is a person who leads this ship. And this quality that the person has to lead an egged ship turned out to be the term leadership. Leadership as a term can be defined as the state or position of being a leader. But the actual meaning of leadership goes a long way from that. Imagine leadership is like an energy that is created by all human beings that surrounds us, penetrates us, and in a way binds people together. Leadership, the leadership has a different various styles. It's not that there is one particular style that is good. In fact, it has many different styles that people make the mistake by adopting a particular style that they are comfortable with and following that in all situations. In order to explain why that doesn't work, let me give you an example. The best analogy that I could come up for a leadership style is like our outfits. We have n number of outfits, right? We have suits, we have jeans, formal, semi-formal, casuals, and so on. But what defines to wear what to some situations? It's based on the place and situation that we are going to be there, determines our outfit. Just because I like blazers, I cannot wear blazers for trekking, right? It absolutely doesn't make any sense on that. So, we define what to wear based on the situation. Sometimes it so happens that you might have to shift between multiple outfits on the same day. For example, and this changing to multiple outfits actually paves way for all the rooted or what you call the outfit of the day posts on Instagram. For example, when I'm going to office, I'll wear a formal, and then evening party, I'll wear a party wear, and then again if I'm lucky to come home safely after being sober, I'll probably wear a home dress. Here I'm taking up 3 outfits for 3 different situations. Leadership style is similar to that. Just like there is no one suit-all suit, there is no one suit-all leadership style. We need to adapt to the style and we need to adapt to the situation we are in so that our leadership style matches on that. On this thought, I decided to select 2 leadership styles so that I don't overwhelm myself and work on those 2 to improve myself. I selected 2 leadership styles. One, which is being democratic leader, and another one being a bureaucratic leader. Both are like on the 2 extremes, and this I believe that enables me to handle 2 extreme situations. I drew a very thin line between these 2 leadership styles so that I can seamlessly move between these styles so that I can make the best out of the situation. Or in other words, I can transform from a blue chitty to a red chitty based on the context that I'm exactly in, like this one. Right? We have the democratic leadership style and the bureaucratic leadership. Let's get into the characteristic of these 2 leadership styles. Coming to the democratic style. I'm a democratic leader. I make people collaborative. I encourage people to be open, be free, and etc. I'm a bureaucratic leader. I am the leader here, so I give the orders, and people have to obey it. Being a democratic leader, I encourage people to take part in decision-making process. So as a result, the decision-making takes time in my case. Being a bureaucratic leader, I give the orders, you have to follow, if you like it or not, and in that way I can take the orders swiftly. I manage highly skilled people so that I need not micromanage them in every aspect. I manage less skilled people. I cannot manage highly skilled people efficiently because they get resented for my micromanagement activities. I, in a way, follow the Dale Carnegie's way of handling people. That is, I really believe that when we are handling with people, we should always remember that we are not dealing with creatures of logic like computers, but we are working with people of creatures of emotion who are driven by things like emotion, vanity, pride, and etc. They are very tempestuous, so we need to act accordingly. Whereas being a bureaucratic leader, I expect utmost discipline and compliance to all the orders given by me, and with this followed in every method throughout, the results are great, and believe me, results are everything. Now, being a democratic leader, I draw inspiration from Mahatma Gandhi. Being a bureaucratic leader, I draw inspiration from Adolf Hitler, or to say one of my previous managers. I repeat, previous. And so now we have understood the differences and characteristics of these two leadership styles. Now, what is the next critical thing? The next critical thing is how we seamlessly move transition between these two styles, how we employ them, in which order do we deploy. Everything matters in our case. Let me tell you a small story which will let you know how critical this transition thing is. There was a country which was ruled by two rulers. The same country was ruled by two rulers, ruler A and ruler B. Both the rulers came to an agreement saying that ruler A, you will be very strict with the people and maintain the law and order, whereas the ruler B will be kind and lenient with the people. After some time, the ruler B realized that ruler A is being respected and feared more than himself, and because of this thought, ruler B confronted ruler A and said that let us shift the roles. I'll be the strict guy now and you be the lenient guy. And once this transition happened, after some time, people throughout the country started to revolt against the ruler B. And the revolt bursted out, and as a result, the ruler B was killed. So what happened wrong here? The same transition worked well for ruler A, but not for ruler B. Why? The reason is pretty simple. In the perspective of the people of the country, the ruler A from a bad person became a good person, whereas the ruler B from a good person became a bad person. And this perspective really matters. And the other thing they did wrong was both of them followed their own, stuck onto their single leadership style, and they didn't change. And all these things contributed to the revolt of the country. Now, to conclude, I would like to say that developing leadership skills is a very tedious process. It requires a lot of attention, it saps your energy, time, and requires a lot of persistence. But believe me guys, the end result is very, very fruitful. Also remember this thing. Whenever you feel like you want to quit on leadership, remember this. It takes 10 months for a baby to be born. It takes 4 years for an engineer to graduate. But it takes an aeon for a great leader to form. Thank you.